Hello. I know, I'm a few seconds early, but I also wasn't gonna just wait here for the countdown until it was exactly 7 o'clock. But so, hello, welcome to Gamenightathon. I know some of you have definitely already started your reading, and I also have. But so, yes, hopefully you guys will have an amazing month. If you don't know what Gamenightathon is, on my channel, you will find the announcement video for Gamenightathon. You can absolutely still join because it's only just starting right now. But so, yeah, for those of you who are already in the chat, definitely let me know what you're reading, what prompt you're reading. If you're not participating, fine by me. But let me know what you are starting with or what you're reading today. Hello, Daniela. How are you? I heard you were having a energy breakdown. It seemed like just now, right? Hey, Judith. I didn't notice these sprints were coming. Monday would have been easier. Yeah. So from now on, they will be on Friday. So it's just because tonight is the opening night of Gamenightathon that I'm also doing sprints right now, which I didn't realize until like just a few seconds ago that they coincide with the NISA sprint. So no worries for those of you who are joining the NISAs because the NISA sprints every Monday at this time. So yeah, my apologies. It's rude of Monday of the 1st of December to come on a Monday, right? But so yes, for the rest of the month they will be on Friday. So I will be sprinting on Fridays, and then I don't know, but I will not do closing sprints on the 31st of December because sorry, I have other plans. But aside from that, you'll definitely have sprints every week, and then we will have the live show probably on the 2nd of January for the rolls. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you. I only just got it. I couldn't resist it. I went to the HEMA yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and I saw it and I was like, I need this. Cooking dinner, nice. I'm reading Murder on the Christmas Express, right? Hopefully it's a little bit less triggering at this point. Hey, Kat, how are you doing? I'll have to finish up a November read, so The Princess and Curdy, and before reading, we'll have dinner. Yeah, I have a November read that also needs finishing up, but focus. But it's not going to be for tonight. I'm going to put it down tonight so that I can fully embrace my first book. And then I also did already read my Advent calendar section for today. So I like it because this one is really like it is the whole segment is like a chapter that you have to open up to cut it open. So every single day you have to cut it open. Of course, you can only do that once. Afterwards, you just have to do like everybody else with the Advent calendars books and just like stop at the first chapter. But I do like that little bit of a touch to it. I was also tempted to get that sweater as well from him. It's so cute. Yeah, right. I mean, I had already almost gotten it online at some point. And then I don't actually, probably the reason was that I was too lazy to get my credit card, but I didn't get it at that point in time. And so yesterday I went to the HEMA, actually basically just to look for Kruidnoten, which they no longer had, unfortunately. But so I had the sweater instead. Hello, going to eat dinner first, which is a pre-made chicken salad. So very easy today. Nice. It was also leftover day for me, so love that. And I made a longer recipe over the weekend, so tomorrow I'll have the easier HelloFresh recipe. So also good, but I enjoyed it because it was like a tomato risotto. So nice in this weather. Hey, Natalie, how are you doing? I might watch some Gilmore Girls when I need a bit of coziness in between. Exactly. I'm listening to Homegoing and Crocheting Little Bees at the moment. We'll also have to do some cleaning at some point tonight. Yeah, I am astounded with how messy it is over here, considering I had like a deep clean 2 weeks ago. So this weekend probably, because weekday Cleo is never really ready to clean. But the weekend Cleo definitely will have to do a little bit of a cleanup again because it's looking so messy here. It's always a nice thing about sprinting. You can like set up the camera to hide all the mess. But hello, Christmas tree is here. But I thought that for the first little bit of a chatty bit, we could actually add something to the stage. Hello, and I was going to do it like this because I have to decide what my first book is going to be. So, the Advent book I can no longer continue in today because I already read my one chapter. So, I need to figure out what I'm going to be reading. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I will be going full mood reading in the month of December. So that means that I need a first option. And so I'm going to spin for my first prompt for Gamenightathon. And I don't know at what level this sound is gonna come. Maybe I just need to already lower it just in case. Oh, it does. It has no sound. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Sleigh. Okay. So the sleigh, the sleigh, the sleigh. So that means a book with a sleigh on the cover, or a book that has a, what was I gonna say? Transportation in it, like travel in it, right? That's the prompt. My own prompts. Book featuring travel, yeah. I don't know what were. Let's have a little bit of a look see. Canva. Yeah, I'm no longer sharing. Is the annoying thing about this is that you always have to like change the screen that you're sharing. Share screen. Hello, share screen. Honest to God. I want to share Canva for a bit seconds. Because the sleigh. Except for this one, which is The Night I Met Father Christmas. It will be very small for you guys because it's also very small for me. There's like nothing about this prompt that like really stands out to me. Chasing Cheer also looks somewhat nice. So I might want to actually go the route of looking for a book that has travel in it instead. Are you not even seeing it? Oh yeah, because it opens. Oh my god, I hate Canva sometimes. But so yeah, let's. Never mind. We will share a different screen. Screen sharing is a pain. I can tell you that. Story graph. All right. So my lovely to read pile. Let me just check that you're actually seeing it. Okay. I don't know where to begin. Should I sort these things by like earliest added so that the books that have been on my TBR, like or my one to read list, the longest, get the highest chance of me browsing, like stumbling upon them? Or should I go for like what it is now at latest added, so that the things that I'm like most excited for, that I've like most recently added, are the things that I'm gonna be like stumbling upon the first. I mean, this is I cannot come up with the word stumbling upon clearly. Second time in like 1 minute of me not remembering how to do that. Because I kind of like both. Maybe I should just alternate. Right? Let's start with like newest added. I will definitely say that with newest added, the vast majority of these are going to be books that are coming out in 2026 that I cannot use. This I don't even know. I've just added it, but hey, come on. Is it only Goodreads that gives like the short synopsis for it when you hover over it? That's all 2026, 2026, 2026. Yeah. Murderbot could be an interesting concept actually, because I do still have to continue with Murderbot. So that's on you guys to remember my choices. So murder bots could be a nice one, like not that one, of course, but the one that I'm actually at. This is new, and does this include travel? Girls raised, blah 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 blah. She moved to California. Okay, so there are people who are coming from different parts of the country moving together in this place. Could be nice because I just need an October release, and I think that that is an October release or a December one of the two. In any case, I need both of them. But I might want something else. Oh, this would be fun. But it's like the third one, so I probably should look at the first one, right? By the way, let me know because this is going to take forever. If you guys would rather sprint instead. Blah, blah, blah. Welcome to Hampshire, where young Jane Austen has her sights set on securing a marriage proposal. Blah, 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 blah. Like murder mystery doesn't sound like me at all, but it's Jane Austen, you know. I don't think that there's much travel involved. There will be some travel, I assume, but there's not like it's not ingrained into the premise of this book, right? Just checking if you guys have said something like "Stop, Cleo, we're bored." Come on, 2026. This is new. And was that with travel in it? Ooh, I actually know, I think, which book I want. I hope it's already published, because I think it's a December book. Eleanor. Allez. So in 2019, England mourned the death of a queen, Eleanor of Castile, beloved wife of King Edward I. Her body was carried on a 200-mile journey from Lincoln to London, a solemn procession that would become immortalized in stone. To mark the places where her cortege rested? What is that, cortege? Heartbroken Edward commissioned 12 magnificent Eleanor crosses. More than 7 centuries later, best-selling historian Alice Loxton set herself an epic challenge, following in history's footsteps by walking the entire 200-mile funeral route on the corresponding dates. As Alice's journey in search of England's forgotten queen over ancient paths and modern motorways, history comes alive in surprising ways. Lively and entertaining, Eleanor uncovers the extraordinary life and formidable character of this lesser-known royal, revealing her inspired legacy and the hidden history of Britain. Call me crazy, but that interests me. But when is this thing published? November! Okay, I don't need a November release, but in any case, this is a book that does appeal to me. So I think that it is probably going to be the winner. Let's just have a little bit of a browse, but like a faster browse than I've done so far, because most of this is 2026. Now we're getting into the 2025s probably. Is there anything here that immediately, I don't know whether that would have travels in it, because that would also be something I would love to pick up, but it's in French. And I don't know whether I'm ready to start with a French book. The Witcher, I mean, the reason why I would want it is because it's on my TBR. That's also interesting. North Sun. That is also a voyage. Come on. My story graph always takes forever to load when you're trying to get to further books. North Sun, or The Voyage of the Whale Ship Esther. And, setting out from New Bedford in 1878, the crew of the Esther is confident the sea will be theirs. In addition to cruising the Pacific for a whale, they intend to hunt the teeming northern grounds before the ice closes. But as they sail to their final destination in the Chukchi Sea, where their captain Arnold Lovejoy has an urgent directive of his own to attend to, their encounters with the natural world become more brutal, harrowing, ghostly, and strange. With one foot firmly planted in the traditional sea voyage narrative and another in a blazing mythos of its own, this debut novel looks unsparingly at the cost of environmental exploitation and predation, and in doing so feverishly sings not only of the past but to the present and future as well. I think that those are gonna be I just see Natalie's comment. So let me catch up to this here first for a little bit. I think I might start the same Backwards as Forwards by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which I got for my birthday, or A Mouthful of Dust by Niveau, or The Butcher of the Forest by Premi Mohamed. Decisions, difficult, right? I will start to sprint with reading the first chapter of Biggest Christmas Secret Ever, and then switch to Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Love the color. Yeah, that's honestly that's what got me with this book is the cover. I wasn't planning on randomizing the prompts, so maybe I'll just make a wheel now. Yeah, if you're struggling to decide, then you might as well do it, right? If you read Les Mémoires de la Forêt, I'll join you. Don't know about the travel in it, but it has a ton of good reviews. Yeah, I also don't know whether it actually has travel in it. Let me just look it up again, I guess. Mémoire de la Forêt, something like that. You really need me to spell that correctly? Fine, I'll go back. I'm not putting the accents here, It's, okay, it's called Le Souvenir de Ferdinand Tulp. It's illustrated, which, come on, I want to be able to click on it. Thank you. Oh no, a French description. Well, it does have travel in it, as in, like, okay, I didn't fully pay attention while I was reading that, to be fair, but it's like a library and there's like a book in it that's exactly the book that he's looking for, but then somebody is just taking the book with him, and so he's going in search, tracing the steps of this person through the forest. So it does kind of have travel in it. So yeah, go ahead and let me know which one of those you think I saw. We have Murderbot, 5, I think, at this point in time. Les Mémoires de la Forêt, or you could say the French one. Eleanor, or The North Sun. And I do kind of want to, but no, that will just make it too difficult. That's too many choices. Desert Creatures would also work for travel, and it's short. Yes. Too many choices. Too many choices. How many? Yeah, I speak. Confidently, I speak English, Dutch, and Spanish. Almost not confident at all would be French, but I do understand French, and I can type it definitely. And so yes, I can read it, I can write it, I understand it more or less, and I can speak it to some extent. And then I know very basics of Chinese, and then I understand German, cannot respond at all in German, and and yeah, I understand Italian but cannot speak Italian. And I also don't understand all of Italian, but I've listened to my colleagues speak Italian amongst themselves for 8 years now, and since I know Spanish, that means that I now also understand when they speak Italian. Yeah, I think we should leave out Mémoire de la Forêt because I feel like it is just too daunting to start right away, because I did understand that premise, but still there were some heavy words in there. So maybe I'll set up a poll and then we can go into like a first sprint, and I'll already look at like my options for how to get these books and stuff like that, and then I'll come back and see what is winning at that point in time. But so let me share something else, which I've never shared so many different screens in one go. So let's go to the other screen. Yes. I see a question pop in. Question: if I were to spin the wheel and pick a book based on that prompt, but end up using it for a different problem that I don't spin for, huh? Why are you guys always coming with these dilemmas? Does that still count as random or not? That's difficult because to some, I mean, it depends. I would say it is still random if you still end up fulfilling the prompts later on within the months. Yeah. I think I could live with that, because and even then, even though you choose another prompt for the book that you have read, the way you stumbled upon that book as your choice was through that first prompt. So I would say as long as you still do the prompt that you actually landed on the spinner wheel, I would count it as both being random at that point in time. Now that we can't torture you anymore with every book all at once punishments, we torture you with difficult questions. Exactly. When you run a readathon, the first thing you need to be aware of is that people will come up with the biggest exceptions to your to or like the biggest sort of like specifics, and then you have to come up with a rule for them, even though that you're like, why do I have to decide this? I know why, but okay. But so, and I'm gonna put this in a different view like this. Okay, you're totally in my face now. Right, that. Yes, update. Nice. Okay. So, finally, time for us to get started. Actually, that only took 22 minutes. I felt like I was taking way longer, but in any case, I will set up a poll within the next minute or so. Go get myself a little bit of something to drink and go get my e-reader so that I can see if I have access to these books. And then, yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next chatty bit. See you in 45. Hello. I actually have a question for you guys. The timer, is that in front of my Christmas tree for you guys or not? So yeah, that was me saying access to all three. But you guys have clearly voted for Murderbot. So I was listening to Network Effect, the fifth book in the Murderbot Diaries. Actually, I was surprised because apparently I've listened to the sixth one as well at some point. So I was further along in the series because I was basically just one behind, though one will come out in 2026. So yeah, that's like I was further along than I thought I was. So yeah, I can catch up again, I think, in time. Will depend whether I read another one in December or not. But yeah, maybe I also need to like look at a little bit of a recap of what happens in the first four. Like I'm there with the sort of like generals of like general idea of who's who, like what's the general thing going on, but like the intricacies of what we've discovered so far, that has kind of gone missing at this point in time. And so Kat has spun for a candle or spooky read, so she'll go for that prompt and read The Butcher of the Forest with Raf. And hello, Barbara. Having a hard time today getting to do anything. I'll start with doing dishes, I think, and then edit. Nice. Hopefully, you got something done. So that's just so weird because that means that like my image is mirrored versus so where I'm seeing it on in the StreamYard studio, it is not in front of the Christmas tree. Um, So it's very weird actually. So if I place it here, then it's still totally in front of me, but like this, I guess. Updates, and then I guess I will see it on the tab that I've opened that has it live, but that has a delay. So I'm like, come on, move over so that I can see the change. I cannot see the change. Come on. Fine. I'll check it in a few minutes. Let's see. In front of the tree, yes. 20% in. Wow, that's a lot. It's a novella, I guess. Listen to my book while making 2.5 Bs. No, two and a fifth Bs. And then join Denise's chatty bit. Nice. I had dinner, salmon, baked potatoes, and lettuce, and read a few chapters from Ramona Blue. Nice. Is that coming along? We'll take the big shower during next sprint so I can relax. Oh, I just got an email to renew my library membership, which means I have to pay again. Yeah, okay. Like the library, the public library subscription here. Yeah, actually, when do I have to renew mine? In my mind, it's still only €6, but maybe it's also increased already. Had dinner, read 16 pages. Yes, or you can turn off mirroring in settings. Okay, because yeah, it didn't even change it in the live. It's still. Wait, I think my live is just very far behind. Yeah, okay, it is standing on the other side, which is also not ideal because then it's standing in front of Fate. I see, but. Settings. Where the hell? Camera. Mirror. Look in the mirror. Okay, and then now I need to change this layout again to. Wait. Now I'm just so confused. This confuses the hell out of me. We'll leave it like this for a second, and then we'll see. Tell me whether it's still in front of Fate or whether it's in front of the Christmas tree. Okay, two and a half was right. Okay. My brain mixing up the numbers the same as yours. Yeah, Still €6, so the amount is fine. It's just the fact that I know I'm gonna have to spend money. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, it could definitely be worse. I think the library fee has luckily stayed relatively low over the years compared to some other things. When I was young, when I was young and unafraid, when we used to go to the cinema, it was like €5. Where are those days? Okay, in front of Fate. Okay, then it is the way that I'm seeing it, because now I'm actually seeing it the way that you guys were seeing it, but for some reason in the studio I was seeing it mirrored apparently, but it was not being mirrored into the live stream, which is so weird. Why do you have this setting when you're not gonna do it then? So, but in any case, let me just move this over there a little bit smaller so my head does not stick in it. Fine. Okay. So, are you reading anything already, Barbara, or are you still settling into your evening chores? Because yes, during the first cherry bit we did a spinner wheel for me, so I had the sleigh icon so that I could choose my first book, because I hadn't really, like, I'd started the advent calendar book, but I hadn't started anything else yet. And actually, a question to you: do we already have a live show for Anne of Avonlea? Um, I feel like I did not vote for that, or maybe I'm just misremembering, and we did have that option already, and I've just forgotten about it, because I definitely need to schedule that in. And when I was looking at the access I had to the books that I was contemplating, I actually saw that my audiobook hold for Flesh by David Salai, which is the Booker Prize winner, is going to expire in 5 days. So that means that I have to read this book definitely as well, before I lose access to it, because I expect to have no access to it for a while once I lose my access. I should read, but too lazy. Start the Advent book during lunch and should focus on braiding sweetgrass. Yeah, I finished braiding sweetgrass yesterday. Um, yeah, part of me thought that I was going to go slower with it and take annotations, but then the end of the month was calling and I didn't go all that slow with it, but I still enjoyed it. Haven't scheduled End of Avonlea yet. Thanks for the reminder. Okay. That's good to know. That I'm not like just like completely forgetting about it, and then like the live show is tomorrow or something like that. Very much more happy with this circumstance. Basically, apparently set this. I apparently paused this timer, but yeah, we will just go for another sprint if that's all right for you guys. See you guys in 45. Hello, how did we all do? So I'm currently uh, 1 hour and 17 in, but at 1.5 times speed. So like I'll be further along if we count it at 1 time speed. And yeah, the shit has hit the fan. Already way earlier than this time as well. And basically, most of this sprint, I was sat at my table because I was um, like cleaning up a puzzle. So yesterday evening I finished a puzzle, and so now I was cleaning it up so that I have a blank slate for the next puzzle puzzle season. And so yeah, because previous sprint I was mainly playing sort of like phone games while I was listening to the audiobook, but yeah, like this one I wanted something else, and probably next sprint I'll start the other puzzle so that I have something to occupy my hands while my brain is listening to the audiobook. Uh, Kat was gonna do some uni work during the sprints. Hello, Molly. Welcome. Read 38 pages. Nice. Did the dishes, made myself a water drop and advent calendar, and started a new audiobook. You made yourself one with like the different uh, like I don't know, boxes that you have or something like that. I don't have one this year. I mean, I do have enough water drop flavors to also make myself a water drop advent calendar if I want to. Did the thing, the shower, yes. Hope you are very relaxed now. It's the last one for me. I have an even with friends on Final Fantasy. Nice, wow. uh, And Faith is also lying here with me, except she's mainly been lying off camera, I feel like. Though during the sprint she was lying over there, I think pretty for a pretty long time. I was almost done with getting rid of the puzzle when I saw her move out. So but yes, she's been a very nice little kitty tonight. Very quiet now that she's had the medication. So I definitely think she was mainly complaining about the stomach, I guess. In the summer, I bought 4 different water drop flavors, but haven't been drinking them. So now I just threw them in one bag and will randomly pick one every day. Nice. Listen to more of my book, finish making the bees, and start with a frog. Nice. I'm still waiting for your axolotl for the day in which you will tackle that. Do you have like a specific site that you go through for your sort of like ideas about the designs you want to do, or is it like you see a design online and then you look for a specific, you look for like instructions for that particular design? um, I haven't really tried that. Like I did originally want to do like the, how is it called, amigurumi or something like that, but I think we'll stick to trying to do crochet because I haven't continued with crochet since I first started dabbling in it a few months ago. So I do need to get back to it at some point. Still need to dry my hair, do the dishes, and then relaxing. Okay, okay. But it's coming, it's coming. When is the markets? Yeah, wait, wasn't it? They have hasn't it all happened or not? I was just thinking about the axolotl. Almost started it, but then decided against it. Oh, like a Christmas axolotl. That would be amazing. Like an axolotl with like a Christmas Santa hat. Ah, amazing. Yeah, this weekend I wanted to like so I went into towns when I got the sweater, but then I was also thinking like I really wanted some glue wine because of having set up the Christmas tree, and but I was like going through all these stores, so I went to like a store to pick up the gift for my nephew, which was the main reason I went into town, and then I went to like the Sostene Grene because I was like I want to see their like what they have in terms of Christmas stuff, but nothing really like tempted me enough there. And then also there was like a huge line, so I was very happy that there wasn't anything I really like desperately needed. Went to the bookstore to see if I could find like the books for my sister, but like one of the ones she's interested in was there where it was like 25 euros, and I kind of would love to give her two. So I think I'll look if I find another price for it. Then I went to the HEMA. Then I went to the supermarket. By the time I was done with all of those, I was carrying so much that I was like, yeah, I cannot go to the Christmas market anymore. And good thing, because there was no Christmas market yet. Every year I forget how late the Christmas market comes to my town. It is coming on the 9th of December. So yeah, just have to keep waiting it for keep waiting for a little bit longer because yeah, I'll have to find another way to get my glue wine needs in because yeah, I have to wait way too long for it otherwise. I just save pictures or patterns I like and then randomly pick what to make. But now I'm restocking things I've sold on my first market, but I want to have again. It's next week Wednesday. Oh, it's another market. Oh, nice. I would love to get back into knitting. I liked it a lot as a kid. I would also love to try crocheting. Yeah, I don't think I did any of the two as a kid. I do remember that my mother like tried to teach me and my sister at different points in time to knit. But I think I always just gave up on it. So that's already like a sign of what will come in the future. What has actually already come, but I'm not yet accepting the fact that I've actually given up on crocheting. I will give it a go at some point. Have a nice evening and enjoy your Final Fantasy. Yeah, I need it here now. Exactly. Like the Brussels one is already there. The Mechelen one is there. Why is the Leuven one always so late? And then it's also gone immediately. It's there for what, 12 days? Because it's there from the 9th until the 21st, I think. So yeah, it's always there so short. Like luckily, the Smoutenbolle crème is there for longer. Though I'm not even sure whether that will be the case this year because the Grote Markt is partially blocked with works in the city hall, so maybe they won't be able to place their stall over there. But definitely, like I am getting Smoutenbolle the moment I can because I want them, I crave them. Oh, maybe I should look at the facts whether they're already there. Maybe at the Grote Markt, hopefully. But so let's go into another sprint. Let me kind of look at the time. Uh, I think I can. I think I can do another one after this. Maybe a shorter one. We'll see. But I think we don't need to place the final sprint banner yet. So see you guys in 45, guys. Hello, I am back and I'm not sitting in the correct position, clearly. Sorry, Fate. So yeah, I listened some more to Network Effects and I was starting my new puzzle, which is actually a little bit more difficult than I expected because it's an illustration style that makes me think it's easy because it's like very bright colors and to some extent somewhat minimalist, but there's like that is actually the issue. Then you get to like a ton of squares that just have the exact same color, so it's not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. So um I think I was like, I like also the box is like overflowing with puzzle pieces, so I cannot easily rummage through it, and I haven't found all of the pieces that are part of the edge yet, and so yeah. But I will definitely be continuing a little bit in the next sprint, of course, because I am definitely enjoying myself with it, though I'm also starting to feel it a little bit in my shoulder as well. But yeah, I am now 2 hours into my audiobook, so 6 hours 32 to go. Um, but yeah, I cannot like continue during my commute to work because I'm still listening to those below during my commute. But yeah, I'll definitely be making good progress in this later on this week. So we were here, I think. I didn't manage to get Smartabola when the fair was here, so I still need to get some. Yeah, so that's me doing some research because apparently, so I went to city center on Saturday, but apparently on Friday there was Smartabola and glühwein to be had. But so yes, I will be going to the Smartable boot. Definitely when it's there. Finished my translation from my medieval Latin literature class. Let's all just ignore the fact that I had already planned to finish it on Friday. We shall definitely ignore that. No need for that. Hello, Cleo and chat, just popping in to boop the like button. Thank you. Oh no, Cleo has become invisible. I've become invisible? I'm still invisible? No, I see myself, right? Or wait, is this once again like totally not up to date? Yeah, this is totally not up to date. I'm. Wait. This is so weird. When was this? What is up with this? So you're hearing me talk, but you don't see me sitting there? What the fuck? I mean, that's so weird. I can promise you guys that I'm actually sitting here. What is this? I mean, then just show nothing rather than show the show the tree and not me in it. What, how do how did I do this? um, because I see myself also. This which makes it so difficult to debug, I guess. Okay, do you see me now? Uh, right, because it's always so annoying as well because now I have to wait like 10 seconds. But what is this? How? Ah, you see me now. Okay. Because I don't see myself yet on like the stream. This is the weirdest issue ever. Because I saw myself in the studio the entire time, and I don't know how it then chooses to, like, it was lagging, I guess, to like a few like a minute before. So actually, basically, I saw this comments and I was like, what is she talking about? Where are you? Like, I'm sat here. And I was like, I wasn't that late, right after the timer went off. This is indeed the weirdest issue we've had so far. Posted a poll on Discord and started editing. Nice. Wait, where is this? I did the last chores, made tea, and on page 290 of Ramona Blue, a bit over 100 to go. See, you're getting there. Spent some time on Denise's chatty bit and ate spaghetti. Now back at crocheting, and the first frog is almost done now. Made an attempt at the plushie, but I think I'm a bit tired because I can't count anymore. Yeah. And then we get the great case. I'm the ghost of Christmas pasts, turned into Cheshire Cats. Indeed, best technical difficulties to date. Yay! Well, it was mainly confusing for me, but luckily your comments were like enough together for me to realize like, oh wait, what? And I did have like the sprint open in a different like window to be able to, when I was like making the poll, that's why that's how I could go and check it over there as well when you were saying it, but so weird. Exactly. Is this like the new sign that you've reached your public hours? Better not, because I am planning to do sprints every Friday for the month, and I'm very much counting on still being able to do some more throughout this month. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it before where a person was invisible, but their background was still there, even though I can promise you I can interact with this. This is a live background. It is not just some picture. But okay, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a shorter one, so that otherwise it will be closer to 11 by the time we're done. So I think I'm gonna make one for 30 minutes, so that we're kind of rounding off, like with plenty of time before 11. So see you guys in half an hour. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. Oh, I'm back. Well, yeah. I don't know what's up with this stream. And the worst thing is, like, it looks perfectly normal on my end. So it's very difficult to debug when I see myself on the camera there. It's working. I even switched to the different camera in between. But apparently you weren't even seeing the different camera because I thought, like, okay, it was the camera that was the issue. But it must be something else. So, yeah, great. We were here. Charlotte, hello. Welcome to the messy stream. Just back from therapy, cleaned up the kitchen, got ready for bed to read until Samuel is done with gaming and also is ready to get some sleep. Yes, I'm also a little bit ready to get some sleep. Was over underneath the sprint, so came over here to show some love. Yay! 15 minutes left. Nice. Finished reading Phantasmic Wars and got my dishes done. Great. Video froze. And there we're all confused. Nope. Was not still reading. 5 minutes left of Nessie Quest and trying to get Jack to go to bed. I know. Made it to page 317. Great. Yeah. 28%. Listen to a bit more of my book and made another frog. I might actually make an axolotl next just for your sake. Lovely. Read the first chapter of The Biggest Christmas Secret Ever and I love this family. Oh, still a black screen. But then, hello. I was just over here going like, hello, is it me you're looking for? Hello, yes, I am visible. Remember to hydrate. Yes, should definitely do some hydrating before I go to sleep. Feed thyself, check the laundry, take the meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you stop and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, sprints every Friday, guys. Next time, we don't need a timer. We can just sprint until technical difficulties are fixed. I mean, will I ever be aware of the fact that there are technical difficulties if you guys aren't there to let me know? So there's still a little bit of not a loophole, but an obstacle to that plan. But yes, it was the best of technical difficulties because I have a cat on my lap, so I also had to be like trying to solve it like this, trying to disturb little fate as little as possible while doing so. But so yeah, I guess what you haven't heard is me saying that I'm 2 hours into network effects, some 5 hours to go. During this sprint, I didn't actually continue puzzling because I felt like my shoulder was hurting enough. So I was like, okay, never mind. Let's just sit here, play some more phone games, and listen to Network Effect from here. Thank you. Yes, I got extra lights this year, so now it's like extra special. Now it's extra colorful. But yes, I loved putting up my Christmas tree. I did have to take a break from it this year because I didn't all do it all at once, but also because I struggled so much with the lights this year because originally I was only putting in the colored lights, and then the string. The string didn't feel long enough, even though the string is 20 meters. But so it like reshuffled and like replaced the lights many times until I finally then like just added the yellow lights in as well in order to have enough lights in the tree for my liking. Uh, and then I had to take another break while I was putting in the ornaments because I've got a ton of ornaments. And actually, it's just gonna get worse and worse because every time I go on a holiday, I buy an extra ornament. And I definitely struggled when I added the new ornaments into the tree this year, because it was like, where am I placing these? But I think that every year, and so it's always possible. I could, for example, remove the broken. Wait. Oh, Jesus. The broken London one that you see over there, because that one is actually broken, but I have such. I have nostalgia for it, so I cannot let go of it, even though I bought a new one. Yeah, they don't all have that, of course, because you see there are also some like normal red baubles in there and stuff like that. But I do have a lot of ornaments that are coming from my travels, and then I also have quite a few ornaments that are still coming from like the my parents' place. So ornaments that have been in this tree all of my life, but so that I've also taken with me. So a few of like the wooden ones, like the really old wooden ones, but also like a one that was made with like pasta and then like painted. I don't know whether it was painted by us. I actually think that they probably just bought it somewhere, but that's one that's also been in that tree for as long as I can remember. So I love putting it back in there. The one thing I've learned with Christmas trees, you never have enough lights. Even though a few years ago you had half as many as now and it worked, you don't have enough. Exactly. I've been placing that the string with like just the yellow lights in there for years, and I do admit that I typically think like it could use some more lights, but I've used it for years with just the yellow lights. So whenever the multicolored lights like turn off, so like this, you only have the yellow ones in there. That's how it's been for years. But now that I saw the colored lights, I was like, it's not enough. And I was so confused by it as well, because the colored lights are like 2 meters more than the yellow ones are. So I was like, it's supposed to look like more, right? But yeah, I'm very happy with the 2 strings inside, is the conclusion. But so yeah, I am going to round off sprints here. I would love to say I'm going to go to bed, but I also have a cat asleep on my lap at this point in time. So I guess I will be listening a little bit more to my audiobook still until this one gets off of my lap and releases me. But so yeah, thank you guys for being here for the opening sprints for Gamenightathon. Hopefully you guys will have a lovely time. As indicated, there's going to be sprints every Friday over on my channel, 7 o'clock as they were now. Hopefully, with a lot less technical difficulties, because sometimes this webcam does some weird stuff, though I'm really not convinced that it was a webcam this time, but still. Hopefully, no more technical shizzle next time around. And yeah, have a lovely rest of the week until I see you guys on Friday. So yeah, let's see if I can reach that. Bye!